Hello, hello. It's Whiskey Wednesday. Who's here with me today? DIY. We're going to make over this. Oh, I suppose I should set this camera up. We're going to make over this cookie tin. That cost 19 cents. You see that? 19 cents. So if I mess it up, I can't mess it up too bad, right? It has some snowmen on it. Perfect to paint over. And normally, but I'm not going to do my normal. Of course not. Let's wait until a Facebook Live and then do something that's not what we normally do. Hey, Carolyn. She says, good evening from upstate New York. You are getting close to bedtime there, Carolyn. So what I would normally do is I'd either take these outside and give them a coat of spray paint to cover up this harsh graphic, but I'm not going to do that. You know what? I forgot my weathered wood. Hang on one moment. Hey, Carrie. She says, good morning, Connie and Wilson.
Hi.
And D Huff says, hi, Connie and everyone. Hey, D. Another live with you today. I got all of my whatnot packages packaged up. It was a lot, but we got them done. They're in my car, ready to go to the post office. My legs and feet are hurting. That was a lot. Okay, so normally I would spray paint this, or I would give it some DIY's Salvation Solution. I should get the real can. Man, be prepared today, Connie. You're excited to get your winnings? You should be. Hey, Tana. She says, hello, Connie and Wilson.
Hi, Dana.
So this is DIY's Salvation Solution. And what I would normally do is if I had a cookie tin like this, I'd put the Salvation Solution on it because it's really, really glossy. And I want the paint to stick on there. That's what I would normally do. Hey, Talisa, I haven't seen you around in a while. And Waste Not Upcycled is here. Hello, Kathy. So that's what I would normally do, but I'm not going to do my normal. I have a little Dixie cup here, and I'm going to put some DIY's weathered wood in there. DIY, did you hear that? Sparks of Joy Studio is here saying, hey, Kathy, hey, girl, hello. And then I'm going to take my Salvation Solution and I put it in, what do they call these bottles? Not ketchup. Sitting on the couch holding my grandbaby. She's sleeping. Oh, that is the best place to be. So I'm going to put Salvation Solution right in with my paint. Oh. Wilson, you're so smart. Good thing Whoa, good thing I got you around. I went to full screen. Woo! FIFO bottle. Yes, FIFO. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. A FIFO bottle. That deserves a drink. DIY. So, what? Oh, yeah, that should. This is going to squirt everywhere. I don't like this in a FIFO bottle. There.
Bobby, DIY guys. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. Hello, DIY girls. DIY. So I'm putting the Salvation solution right in my paint. Was that a good idea? I don't know. We're going to try it. I might want more Salvation solution. Amanda, you finally caught a live. You did, girl. All right, so this is not my normal. I've never done this before. We're going to see if it works and save everyone a step. Couple steps, I'm hoping. Because normally I paint the tin in Salvation solution. I'm going to do the cover first. I paint the tin in Salvation solution. Then I would go over it with weathered wood. And then I would go over it again with Salvation solution so that my color would be stuck on there. My DIY paint color would stay on there. DIY. Gert says, hey, Connie and Wilson, DIY.
Hello.
And then we're going to paint this tin. In case you're just joining me. 19 cents, ladies and gentlemen. 19 cents. Can't beat that. And then it was actually, now that I remember right, they were doing 50% off their Christmas stuff. So it was probably 50% off that 19 cents. So 9 cents. 9.5 cents. All right, now we need to dry that because it's not going to cover very well. Because I have the Salvation solution in there. Jill says you get the best prices. I know, right? They are the best. I don't know what I'd do without that little thrift store. We're going to dry this. Lisa from Bumblebee Corner says, hi, Connie and Wilson. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Bumblebee Corner. We're going to put some transfers on this little tin. Saint Germain. And I have the seed catalog, I think is one. I have that one out. And then Lover of Flowers. We might use them all on this tiny little tin. So that doesn't cover up very well, but it's okay. We're going to do a couple coats. Second coat, much better. There's a song like that. Second verse, kind of like the first. I am the I am. I am. Right out there to the window next door and can't remember the rest. It is going to need 3 coats. Some of the spots covers up pretty well, and some of them it kind of hangs out there and I can still see it. We want all that blue gone, guys. My computer's already working overtime. That sucker is going to die one of these days. All right, now we're going to dry it again. This is really draining watching paint dry, so DIY. It'll get better, I promise. Hola, Midwest chica. Lisa said that. Lisa Mixon. Hello. Hola. Are you Midwestern too? It was very warm here this week, except for today. Today it got cold. It's very, very windy and cold. But otherwise, it's been very nice this week. We got spoiled because now we got some cold weather coming. My little commute. San Diego, 82 degrees today. Lucky girl. Not here. Wasn't even 82 degrees in our house. Amanda says today is freezing. It is, Amanda. It is cold. I think because we got so used to that 30 degrees, upper 20s, that today got really cold. And that wind is raw. All right, 3 coats is a charm. I'm thinking this is going to work well. -2 with the wind chill. Oh, I don't know what we were with the wind chill, Amanda. And you probably walked your puppy dog 16 times today. Brr. Oh, Wilson says we're at -3 right now. D Huff says we started out at 44 and now it's 26 and snowing. You are snowing? Where are you at? Yeah, that third layer was good. There was one little spot where my snowflakes stuck out. Right there, I got it. Okay, so I'm going to save this because it has the salvation solution on it. You want spring? Yeah, I know, right? 38 in New Hampshire. All right, so I put a little cover on it. Now I'm just going to keep that. That is a really good solution there. Salvation solution, that is. So now we want that to dry. And then we're going to put a DIY paint color on it. What color do you think? This will give you some inspiration. This is the transfer that we're going to put on it. Right here, we're going to put this transfer on the top. So what color do you think I'm thinking? It's a heat wave here. Feels like one. Don't you love that? Oh, I might need oh no, I'm good. I was gonna say might need a fourth coverage, but I'm good.
How do you go DIY?
Yeah, go DIY.
Thank you, 50 stars.
Woo, Bobby, thank you for the stars, girl. It's 20 degrees. That feels like 5 in Greenwood, Indiana. 20 degrees, that feels like 5. Ooh. Eden, Bobby says. We had a heat wave here last week, 114 degrees for 3 days in a row. Whoa. Whoa, Carrie. That's warm. No, Bobby, not Eden. We are going to make a pink because I see this pink in here and it's getting close to Valentine's Day. So we're going to make this pink. Can you believe it? Pink is not normally my color, but I'm not going to use petticoat pink. I'm going to use Carnival red and white Swan, and I'm going to make a pink. So red pigment, DIY red pigment. Feels like -3 here in mid-Michigan. Yeah, yucky. Where's spring? We need spring. That surprises me, but I think it'll be pretty. DIY. You know what? I don't paint pink very often, but even though I like pink, I don't paint with it very often. So what I'm going to do, since this is very highly pigmented, is I'm just going to stick my paintbrush in there with a little bit of Carnival red on it. And then I'm going to mix it in my white and see what I got. So I need to go a little bit darker. So I'm going to add a touch more. With red, you never want to add too much because it'll take you a lot of white to back off from the too dark of pink that you have. Because it'll darken up really quick. I think that's it. We're going to go with that. So the first one that I'm going to do is the lid. So now, using the Salvation solution in the weathered wood did 2 things for me. It made the paint stick to that slick surface really, really well. And then it also gave it a sealer so that I can wet distress this back and the weathered wood will come through and not the tin. So there's the pink. I think it's going to work pretty well with that. About the same color. This is also going to need 2 coats. All right, so it looks good. You should have enough paint. If not, when I mix up, if I have to mix up any more, I might add a little bit more red, more Carnival red to it. And then my base will be darker pink than my cover, which might be kind of cool. So we might purposely do that. We'll leave the lid light pink, and then the base of it will be a darker pink. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Who likes Valentine's Day? D Hop said DIY. I don't think I got that one. She said it surprises me, but I think it'll be pretty DIY. So who likes Valentine's Day? Who gets flowers for Valentine's Day? Not I. I did once. Didn't I? Why? Oh, I gotta tell you why I don't get flowers for Valentine's Day. Because he used to have the work secretary order me flowers for my birthday, for Valentine's Day, for our anniversary, whatever the occasion was. And she would order them, have them delivered to me at work, and then I got the bill. I told him, stop that. You're not doing any of it. Besides the thought. Jill said, I get chocolate. Oh, I would love chocolate. Hey, y'all, Lisa. All right, so we're gonna do the second coat of this pink, and then I'm gonna add some more Carnival red to it, and purposely make that base a little bit on the dark side. All right, there's that. Now let's add some more of the Carnival red. I'm really going to go dramatic, so I put quite a bit in there. As long as you keep the same colors, like we're sticking with Carnival red and we're sticking with the white Swan, so then you know your pinks are going to match. If we would have put something else in here, you risk not having your pinks match, because this is a pink also, this color right here that I mixed up for my email that I sent out this morning, but it's a totally different pink because I used Kissing Booth to make this pink, and I used Carnival red to make this one. So this has more of a purple look to it, and this has the bluish red look to it. Hey, Lisa. Oh, good evening, Carol. Oh, that would do it. Yeah, that would do it if you had all those littles, because that is fun. I remember when my kids were in grade school for Valentine's Day and doing all those special little treats. That was fun. They get such a kick out of that day too. Isn't that funny? That it's a day that they probably don't even know why they're celebrating it or what it's for, unless the teachers tell them. and they just love that day. I was watching a YouTube video this morning of someone who really, really loves Valentine's Day because she's a giver and she loves to give gifts. And Valentine's Day is a day of giving gifts. So it is one of her favorite holidays. I got black on me and it's not coming off. So it can't be DIY paint, right? I don't know what it is. Oh, there it's coming off. Must be weathered wood. Oh, I know why. It had Salvation Solution in it, guys. It doesn't come off like your normal DIY paint. Oh, there I said it again. Cheers. I'm making up for my water last week, guys. Yeah, that doesn't come off very well at all. So I think we got something here. I am saving you guys a step. This is interesting. This is really cute. Very, very cute. I love it. I don't know if we're going to put any transfers on the base of this, or if we're just going to do it on the lid. I don't know yet. This is all just a work in progress. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. No plan, Sam here. Okay, wet distress. So now when we wet distress, we should only go down to the weathered Salvation Solution, right? Just that pink should come on. And I don't want a whole lot of it to come off, just a little bit on that edge. Right there, it's coming down to that Salvation Solution, but on this side, it's also going to that lighter pink that was under there. That's kind of cool too. This is going to be cute, guys. It's going to be cute. Do you trust me? And I love the Salvation Solution in the paint. I love it. I didn't think of it till I was almost gonna go live, and then I'm like, well, let's save myself a step here. Instead of painting it in Salvation Solution, let's put it in the paint. All right, so I'm going down into that paint a little bit more to bring back some of that weathered wood and making it look a little distressed. Let's try the cover. And I'm sure you have, if you buy stencils, I'm not normally a pink person, but I like the Dusty Rose pink. Oh, thank you, Amanda. I'm not normally a pink person either, but it's going to do it for me. I'm going to like it. But if you buy transfers, I'm sure that you have some pieces and parts laying around that you could do this with. And I'm just going where those edges are, bringing out that weathered wood. That weathered wood is sticking. It is a DIY paint, and it should wipe back, right? It's not wiping back because there's Salvation Solution. Look at that. So pretty with the two colors together. It looks really good. Okay, now we're going to dry that. And then we're not using Big Top to seal it. We're going to seal it, but not with Big Top. This pink is really pretty. It's really pretty. We are going to use more Salvation Solution to seal it. So here's the Salvation Solution in the can. And this is the clear. There is a white, but you want the clear. Thank you, Lisa. It is pretty. Okay. So I'm going to squirt some out here on this lid. Then I'm going to brush it on. So now this is going to seal that paint in, and it's going to prepare this surface for a transfer better than Big Top. Salvation Solution is harder than Big Top. Might have too much. I don't think I can get my lid open anymore. No. Don't pour out too much. All right. There we have the sealed, it's sealed in. Put that in water so I don't ruin that brush. This is Salvation Solution. You leave that sit, it will ruin it. I love that distressing that looks so good. Thank you. It does look good. All right, now we need to dry it one more time. So now this is going to be ready for a transfer, hopefully. It really has to dry. So we are pushing it. DIY. Here's to it working. I think I stuck my shirt in my Salvation Solution. Yeah, I put a transfer on my sweatshirt. Look at, I put a different sweatshirt on so that I wouldn't get this one dirty. But I took it off because I was warm. I still have yet to use Salvation Solution. Amanda, I use it all the time. I can't get it right now. They're sold out and the warehouse doesn't have any. And I'm so upset because I have that much left. I do have some in this can, but not much. But I use it all the time. Hey, Carrie. Welcome, welcome. We're painting a Valentine tin. We're going to put a transfer on it. Hopefully, we're going to have a dried lid. Salvation Solution, you should let just naturally dry and not rush it. But I use it for jars. I use it for, like if I get a ceramic piece, like a ceramic bird, and I want to paint that bird a different color, I'll put Salvation Solution on it. If I have a metal tray and I want to paint the metal tray, I'll put Salvation Solution first. If I have bleed through and I'm using white, that is really what it's intended for, is bleed through. So if I'm like, what's the last thing I painted? Oh, I don't remember. I painted something and it had bleed through. And I painted the first coat, had bleed through. Oh, it was my coffee table that I had my YouTube on. So I painted the first coat and I had bleed through. And that was with milk paint. So I distressed all the milk paint off the edges. And then I put the Salvation Solution on, and then I didn't have bleed through anymore. I didn't have those wood tannins coming through. Because if you've ever had bleed through on an old wood, it is so frustrating, so ugly. It does not quit. When you think it's done, it's not done. It's going to keep coming through.
That's a pretty, what is it called?
It is mixed, Carrie. So it is white swan and carnival red. So like 3 parts white swan, tiny little dab of carnival red made this color. So with carnival red being so highly pigmented, you only need a teeny tiny little bit of it to mix in with your white swan and you're going to get a pink. And then I just added a little bit more carnival red to it here to get the little bit darker look to it. Yes, it's like a primer. But it takes a bit to dry. It's kind of like a, I wondered if it would decoupage very well because it's kind of a sticky primer. You're welcome, Carrie. So now this Salvation Solution is not going to let you pull anything off underneath of it. It's all stuck on there. It's really got, it's a hard surface. but it really needs to be dry to put a transfer on it. Hopefully it's dry. I do feel it. It feels kind of sticky, but I think it's because I'm heating it up. So I don't know. We're going to try it. This surface, I wasn't going to put a transfer on it that I know of, but I might just put a transfer on it. So here we have Saint Germain, which I have it in stock if anyone is looking for a Saint Germain, because we ran out of them for a long time, but we got them back in. This is, I think I've used probably 3 of these Saint Germain transfers already. And I've used every single bit of it except for this piece. Well, out of this one. And this piece, there's a piece, there's a piece, here's a piece, here's a piece. Just these couple little pieces I haven't used all of this one up. And that's rows. So out of, I think I've opened up 3 of them. I only have this much left out of 3 of them. So they do go a long ways, and I do love them. So what can we put on here? I don't like those. Those are a definite no. No, no, no. No. These 2 are like, those I might be able to go on the side. This purple and yellow, no. This one, no. So what I was thinking is this right here. And I like this spot. I do like some of this red in there. So I'm going to cut off what I think I'm not going to use. So even though this comes and it's really big, you can make it whatever size transfer that you want. You just cut them apart wherever it makes sense. And it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, see this top here? We're not even going to get that. And we're going to get a little bit of this red one in here and some of that yellow, which is going to be fun. Oh. I got it all over my sweatshirt. Dang it. Okay, we're going to pray that this is dry enough. And we're going to put this transfer on here. Okay, guys. This is the test. So I don't want to push too hard. Just want to start to make this transfer go on here. Pulling the paint off. I've had that happen so many times. So I'm lightly pressing that, and you can see that it's coming off on the top of this tin. And I'm very lightly taking this transfer tool and rubbing it on the top of this lid. Because it is kind of sticky, I want to make sure that I'm not going to grab the paint and get that too. Oh, normally I'm not too bad. We're going to go right over this edge. Normally I'm not too bad, Amanda, but obviously today is not my day. Whoops, I'm probably not showing you what I'm doing. There, I went right over that edge on that side. Look at it. I don't even know why I painted it. Now we got to go over this edge. You just take it over the edge and rub it on, and it should go into place. I'm using my fingernail on this one. Did you ever get transfer stuck on your fingers? It doesn't come off. Okay, let's do this side first. Thank you, Carol. All right, now we need to go over this side. Try to keep it down. I'm gonna go like this. And hope for the best. Some of them stick. Some of them don't go in the right spot, but it's okay. It's only an edge, and we're gonna distress it. This one didn't come off at all, so you can lay it back down. Look at it, I got a leaf on me, giving myself a tattoo. Lay it back down, and then put it right where you want it. Woo! Now I need a piece of this clean transfer. And we're going to burnish. This is called burnishing. And getting it in all of those edges. And sometimes you're going to have some flake off. And I like more of the distressed look, so I'm okay with that. I use my fingernails to get into those creases and make sure that it's really stuck in there. Even on the top here, just make sure it's all stuck in there. I don't know why we painted the top of this pink, because you can't see it. Much of it anyway. We'll get rid of those extra bits of transfer. There. So pretty. Oh, too many layers. That is really, really pretty. I love it. So on this side, I was thinking some words, but I don't want the words to make sense. So now I'm just going to put some words in here. And this, the words are from Lover of Flowers, from that transfer set. These are some more pieces of transfers that I have laying around. Words always make it better, right? Words and music notes. Look at that. How fun. And we have some more words right here, so we can just find a little spot and stick them on there. Again, they're not going to make sense, and I don't want them to make sense. So there's some words. We do have a few more over here. Do have a big D. So I'm going to stick this D right here. Looks like we're trying to say distress. Says Daisy, not distress. It could say distress. Big D there. Cut off another section of it. Get some words right here. So this salvation solution is working really, really well for just having sealed it. I was worried because when you just seal it with Big Top, it can pull the paint right off. This is not pulling the paint off. That is like, they call liquid patina the magic stuff, DIY's liquid patina. It's salvation solution is magic. But you can't get any. Sorry. I'm giving you stuff to know, to want, and then you can't even get it. Sorry about that. I will let you know when you can. I did stock up when it came in the last time. I really, really stocked up, or I thought I did. And I sold every single can of it. And I only got one for myself. Okay, so there's some words. I do need one little bit right here. These are a little bit bigger. Let me find my Lover of Flowers book. This one's got some other words in it that are about the same size. Snowdrop. So you don't have to use the words that they want you to, how they want you to use them. You can use them however you want. I won't cut that word snowdrop off though. And I just need one little spot right here. It's like coming off without even rubbing them down. All I do is set it on there and the words are coming off. Okay, now we have words all the way around. Where's our little flowers? Oh, these right here. So here's our little pink flowers that I liked. And I want to put just a little bit of that on there. So I'm going to cut this apart. And I probably have to cut it again. And then put this tiny little flower coming out right here. Just very, very subtle. Right over top of the words. Kurt says, so pretty DIY. I kind of forgot about you guys. DIY. I'm letting you dry up there. Okay, now where's my other little piece? Let's stick that on. I'm going to push it this way. And these are just little bits. And you all have them. If you have transfers, you have all these little bits. So they work really good to just put them on the side of like this little tin. Okay, this one's got a lot. Here's a nice little piece. I'm going to put that. I'm going to keep connecting that stem right there and go right over the top of these words. So what I did there was just made up my own design. I cut theirs off. I cut it short. So the stem was kind of hanging out there in the middle of nowhere. And then I came in with this one and just added to it. And now it's one full design. All right. Couple more that I have. This one here. Oops, that piece of the transfer is sticking out. So you make sure you just push those down if you feel them. We're rolling away. That's why the words didn't have to make any sense, is because I was covering them up anyway. I didn't need them. I just want to see them. A little bit of them. Another little piece there. The greenery even looks really good. So we're just going to keep going with the greenery, even though there's no florals on there, until it's gone. We're using this all up. Stella says I joined late, but that sure is pretty. Thank you. It is sweet little Valentine tin that you could put some cookies in or some candy or nothing. It's just pretty. Conversation hearts, you could put those in there, some little chocolate. We are all the way back to the beginning, guys. And now this one is just green. Works for me. Little green vines. All right, that worked perfectly. Now we're back to the beginning. So pretty, going from a Christmas tin to a little Valentine tin. Probably have it stuck on there for right now. My lid, because I think it kind of dried on there. It's okay, we'll get it off. But it looks so good. So now you could distress it. Oh, thank you, Amanda. And now we're going to distress that edge, which is going to distress that transfer and make it look a little older. Wherever the transfer is hitting that edge, I'm just lightly sanding it so I don't go past that weathered wood. You want to make sure you're just hitting the transfer and distressing where that went. It also makes the transfer stick on there, or if it's not going to stick, it'll pull it up. Better for it to be pulled up by you than by whoever you give it to or someone else. It is adorable. And I don't like pink. It is so cute. So now we just seal it in. Get rid of all my little transfer bits here. And then I seal it in with Big Top. We're not going to seal it in with, we're not going to seal it in with Salvation Solution. We're going to seal it in with Big Top. Now, here's another lesson for you. DIY Big Top. Drink that drink. It will separate. So I always pour about this much into a separate container and it'll separate. Look at that. This is a big glob of the matte medium down there. And then you have all that liquid on top. So you have to stir those together. You need to stir it really, really well. So if you're stirring your large jar of Big Top, make sure that you stir it really well so that you mix all of those. Because when you have a matte medium, you have pigments on there that are going to sink to the bottom. So you want to make sure that you get them all mixed in. I should probably try and get this lid off. I'm getting it. I might be breaking my fingernails, but I'm getting it. Okay, I got it. And then we're going to seal this transfer right down and get that all to stay put. And then if you wanted, you could dark wax this also and give it just a little bit more age. But this actually really looks like a vintage tin that you would find in an antique store already. It's very, very pretty. And now we're going to seal the sides in. The words and the flowers are perfect. I love it. If I would have used wax, it might have helped for the cover to go on and off a little bit easier, but oh well. I like my big top. All right. I'm getting a lot of pretties. It is very pretty, guys. Better than I expected. Who likes pink? I like pink for clothes, things like that, but not usually my home decor. We're going to dry it so I can hold it up, okay? Big top will dry pretty fast. We'll do a DIY while we dry this. This was all made with transfer scraps. So if you have any small little transfer scraps, pick up a cookie tin at your thrift store and make a fun little treasure box. I love that with the words and the over it. I mean, even when there's no pink blossoms, where they're just the green with a little bit of yellow, it is so pretty. And then this is stunning. So pretty. That Saint Germain transfer is very, very good. It's a very Victorian looking. It will work for all year, not just Valentine's. You are right, Zella. It's very Victorian. It just reminds me of something if I were walking in a antique store that I would probably see this tin and pick it up and actually look at it. Because it looks like something from how long ago. It turned out so cute. Now I have to look for tins. They won't be 10 cents here. 19 cents. But yeah, it was 50% off. So 9.5 cents this tin was. I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to put it on with the D right here. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll hold it up for you. Look at that. So pretty. And then it has the writing on the bottom. This is a little bit darker pink than the top, which that was just an afterthought. But yeah, it turned out really good, guys. Marie said, that is insane, Connie. 9.5 cents. No way. Never have I ever seen anything that in our thrift store. Yeah, it's 19 cents. Like if I would have bought it normally, it would have been 19 cents. but it was 50% off. I love my thrift store. Right now, they're switching out, so they don't have much there right now, but they will. They'll get out their spring stuff real soon. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bumblebee Corner Lisa says, good night. I'm sleepy. You go get some rest, girl. You had a big whatnot show, too. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This was really fun. I hope that I inspired you to get out your scraps of transfers and try this. So until next time, happy painting.